Hey guys, Core here, and I just finished Space Patrol Luluco. Been putting it off for a while. I started it and liked it moderately well, but never got around to finishing it after I caught up with the episodes when it was airing. It's been on hold for ages. Finally went back and finished it, and I loved it. It was excellent, easily. I don't even know. That was 2016. So far, probably my favorite anime that came out in that year, though I haven't even seen that much anime from the last past year. So, you're not really a fair argument. There's still, I think I looked over the list of the shows that came out last year, even though I didn't see a whole lot of them. So far, I still have about 25 or 30 shows from that year that I know I want to see and that I've already heard good things about, so I think they're worth my time. Uh, but Space Patrol Luluco was not expecting to like it as much as I did. Watched the first 6, 7 episodes before I put it on hold. I would say I'd give it like a 6, 7 out of 10, probably leaning towards a 7. And then I went back, rewatched it from the beginning since it'd been a while. I wanted to get the proper experience from beginning to the end, and by the end, strong 10 out of 10. Like, not even kidding. 10 out of 10. It's been a while. Just I'm still a little like shaky, excited from that feeling when you see a show that really just connects with you on a deeper emotional level. Like you get the tingles on your skin as you're watching it, and you're like, you can just feel it. This is the show. This is it. This is what I've been looking there. This is what I've been waiting for. And I got those tingles when I watched Hibine Renmei. I got them when I watched Girl in Lagann, Hanasaku Iroha, Silver Spoon, uh, any of the stuff that's rated a 9 or a 10. Most of the 10s, some of the 9s, not all the 9s. Some of the 9s I like a lot, but there's a difference between like thinking it's an excellent show and those moments where it's like this is a show that like connects with the core of who I am as a person, that like it's like a line into my heart. And Luluco really did that. It takes, this is how I would describe it in the shortest sense if I was recommending it to someone. It takes all the elements of, at least for me, of what makes Gurren Lagann such a brilliant show and just captures them in a smaller capsule. It's just in a smaller capsule because the episodes are short, obviously 8 minute, about 8 minute per each episode, and then there's 13 episodes, so it's much shorter. Gurren Lagann has 22-minute episodes with a whole two-core season, which is like 24, 25, something like that. So there's a lot more episodes of Gurren Lagann, and it definitely goes way farther in the plot department. Like there's, unexpected things that happen in the plot. A lot of time passes over the course of the series. Whereas Luluco is much more self-contained. It's this one individual story, but that's all it needed to be, and that's all it's supposed to be. It's just supposed to be about this moment in this girl's life where she's having her first love. And she's growing, it's this young age, she's 13, she's just starting to become aware of these things, and she's growing as a person. And it's just showing the beauty of that innocence and the growth, and sort of poking fun at how often adults will look down on such childish things as that, like they're not important or they're not valuable, uh, even though if you look through a different lens, what the adults view in priorities often isn't really all that important or all that valuable if you think about it, or all that honorable or amazing, and really some of the best things you can find just by looking at what kids do and how kids act. So it's just a really, really enjoyable, like, experience. It was really, really was quite an experience. Because even though there's not a lot of time, it just gets across this feeling, this, like, overwhelming emotion and power to you because it's so stylistic. It's done by Studio Trigger, which of course are known for Kill la Kill, Inferno Cop. He even has a little special cameo, which was cool, and it's just they're a very stylistically clear studio. Like they take a lot of influence from Western shows, which definitely came across in the series. Like it almost felt like an episode of like Steven Universe, something along that lines. Especially the soundtrack, which was really really good. It's not really your standard soundtrack that I would be super into, but it's more like electronic and like yeah, like computer. I don't know how to describe it. Electronic type of music, more ambient. I guess I would say. Usually, I'm more into like instrumental stuff. But it was really really excellent. It suited the show perfectly because you have this clean sort of 8-bit almost style. I can't find the words to express it, so I'm sure somebody will has described it already better for me. But that music just went really well with the clean, sort of futuristic, aesthetic of it, and it's just really, really beautiful to watch. Uh, Digibro did a video talking about how Trigger outlines their fight scenes and their actiony moments and how brilliant it is and how well they draw the eye. And I have to agree, even in Luluco, even though there's always so much stuff going on, they're throwing all sorts of stuff and all sorts of bizarre, crazy, insane, off the wall stuff is going on. Everyone's talking or yelling, or like almost always someone talking, uh, except for the few quiet moments, which are very powerful. But there's always like something going on visually. But they really portray it in a way that it never feels like busy or particularly for me boring. I often find a lot of action movies, even ones that are pretty well received, I just find them pretty boring. After a while, I just get sick of the action. It's not really interesting. But this show, Luluco, it's always interesting. What's going on is always fun to watch and it always keeps you moving, which is aided by the fact that it's shorter than most shows. So there's always something pushing it along because it can't dwell on one thing for too long. But in general, it was just really brilliant show. Loved the characters, everything. It was like all the characters, even though they may not express as much in one scene, it's like you just get the sense of who they are so well. It's not so much about having deep characters or having really complex characters. In fact, most of the characters are very, very simple. But that's kind of what's beautiful about it is how simple everything is. How it's expressing this simple story about childhood love. And it's really, really beautiful and powerful. Uh, I really loved it. It perfectly got across its story. It was just, I loved every minute of it. And even though I wasn't absolutely loving the beginning of the series, by the end of the series, the way they wrapped it up with like the last 5 episodes, uh, made the beginning more even better. Like, with endings, the way they tie things up and the way they connect things has a strong effect, I think, on how you feel about the entire series, and rightfully so. So, as a whole experience, it's really, really strong. Uh, I think that's how shows really should be judged, not episode by episode, sum up the totals, but take in how was the whole show as an experience. And I think Luluco really makes is a strong piece in that respect. So highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it already, go watch it now. It's not even that long. You could finish it in one day if you so wish, and it wouldn't take up too much of your time. Just go watch Luco. Go do it right now. Right now. Go watch it. Okay, thanks.